All right, let's get into this face. I'm going to moisturize my skin with my Pond's Crema S moisturizer. And I figured I should put on a cuter shirt now because once I do my face, it would have been harder to get out of that other shirt I had on. And I really try to make sure that I get this everywhere because my skin is super dry. It's winter, it's cold. And I'm going to be using matte foundation and all this stuff. So moisturize. Next, I'm going to go on with my vitamin E oil. This one is just from Trader Joe's. And I'm going to apply it pretty liberally because, again, I'm going in with the matte foundation. I've worn this foundation a few times before, so I know that I need to just be a little bit heavy-handed with the oil. And the concealers that I'm using as well dry down super quick and are a bit matte. So I'm trying to set myself up for success. So I'm going to be using the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation and also the NYX new concealers that just came out a few weeks ago. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know that I tried out these, not foundation, I tried out this concealer for the first time on New Year's Eve and I hadn't even worn them yet. So I took a risk, but I really liked how they came out. I was getting a lot of compliments. So I said, let me get this video up so y'all can see how these concealers are working. I want to say they retail for like $8.50, which isn't bad. I got them at Ulta. I believe they're only at Ulta. I'm pretty sure they're only at Ulta. But when I got to Ulta, they had plenty of shades. So first I'm going to go in with the foundation. Foundation is in the shade Cocoa. It's a little bit red. I'm doing one full pump. It's a little bit red on me and then just a half a pump. But once I highlight and contour and everything, it's all going to kind of come together. So I like to just dot it over my face. Not color correcting. I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to take my Mario Badescu. I'm going to spray my face with it. Then I'm also going to spray the brush. I'm going to get a little bit more. I don't worry about putting too much underneath my eyes because I'm going to put concealer there. But I do like to make sure I get the perimeter of my neck, especially since the color is not like a spot-on match. Like it's not a perfect match. I really like to make sure that I can blend it down, get it around my mouth, get it around the corners of my nose really well. So I'm looking a little red, but it's gonna dry down to where it's not quite so red. And again, once I start to highlight and everything, it's gonna balance it out. So for the concealers, I grabbed it in 3 shades. I got Golden Honey and Caramel to highlight with, and then I got Deep Espresso to contour with. So of these 2 lighter shades, Golden Honey is the closest to like my highlight color. I got Caramel and I kind of just use it right in the, you'll see, I use just a little bit of it. So this stuff is thick, it's creamy, but it dries down fast. So I'm gonna do just the under eyes first. I'm going to, my sponge from the crayon case is already wet. I'm going to spray it just a little bit more, and I'm going to blend this out. Okay, and then once I blend out that first layer, I see if that's good enough, like if I need to add a little bit more. And I think I'm gonna add just a tiny bit more right in here. But then I'm gonna go in with caramel at the same time and just put a little bit of that right there. So as you guys can see, I have wrinkles underneath my eyes, so I kind of like to put the concealer right below that and then blend it upwards. And what caramel is gonna do is just brighten up my under eye just a little bit more, but I don't need it all the way. You know, I don't need that light color for me underneath my entire eye, but I do love that extra bit of brightness right in my inner tear duct eye area. So the thing about this concealer is, for me, I honestly feel like I don't even have to set it, because the way it dries down matte. But I do like to set it just a tiny bit. What did I do with my foundation brush? Oh, y'all. I'm gonna just spray my brush a little bit more and blend out these corners. I'm going to do my forehead a bit, my nose. The applicator is also nice. It's pretty, it has like this flat angle right here, and it's soft. So I'm going to blend that out. My nose loves to run as soon as I start filming. It's so rude. So rude. I'm actually just gonna take my foundation brush to blend out my forehead. Y'all see how quick that blended out? Like how seamless that was? Bomb. But like, look, it's gone, and it's like I really don't even have to set it. Like I really could get away with not setting it. I'm gonna set it, but I could get away with not setting it. Like my nose contour, it's like set already. But I'm gonna take a little bit of my Sacha Buttercup. Gonna blend it out again. That just made a mess. And I'm really just using a tiny bit. Tiny bit, and just brushing it in, and it's just melting away. Y'all know I don't bake. Just setting that really lightly. All right, and now we're gonna go into the contour. And if my eyes start watering, it's because I'm literally sitting right next to the heater, so when the heat comes on, it makes my eyes tear up a little bit, so that's what's happening. So this spreads. Remember I said that, I don't know if I said it, but a little bit goes a long way. So we're gonna start with that. Spray this brush again. I'm gonna use this part for down here on my jawline to blend that out. Then I'm gonna go on my beauty blender, squeeze the side of it to do this cheek area. And the thing with when you contour, you can always go back and add more. But when you start off with too much product, it makes it get muddy. So I'd rather start off with just a little bit, work it in, see what it's looking like, see if I want to add more, versus starting off with way too much and then it's like, oops, Daisy, can't really fix you because I got too carried away. So less is more. Like, look, it's like spreading. But because I didn't put too much, I can work with it. And I kind of brought that in a little bit more than I wanted to. So I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm just taking a little bit of concealer and putting it on my foundation brush so I didn't want my contour to come that far in. Then I'm just taking my sponge to just go over all of those areas that I just contoured to make sure everything is seamless, that you can't see the lines of demarcation from all the different colors. But y'all see how that like balanced out the foundation? So I'm going to set my contour and then I am going to spray my face before I blush and highlight. So I'm just going to go in with my black Radiance, medium to dark. I'm going to take both of those. This is an e.l.f. complexion brush. And I love it because it doesn't make my, it's like a good bronzing brush. So I'm contouring, but the motion is almost like I'm just bronzing out my face. It's not too sharp, so my line isn't too rigid. And I'm not gonna do any like reverse contouring or anything. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Leave it like this because the eyes are bold. So if you wanted to make your face pop a little bit more, you could add highlighter under here, add powder. I might do a tiny bit of powder, but I'm not gonna go in with the highlighter because this highlighter is super duper. Like, it's gonna dry, and I don't want my face to be dry down there. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of Sacha. See how that just carved out my cheekbones? Not that I need to carve mine out, but putting that right underneath my contour, clean it up a bit, and then I'm gonna dust it right away. This is the Judy brush from the Crayon case. This brush is so soft, y'all. I have to get some more. I love it. It's so soft. It's a bomb powder brush, but I'm just using it to dust away. I don't need to set my face with the overall powder because this is a matte foundation. It sets for me. It sets. I'm good. I set my under eye. I didn't even really have to, but I did. I'm good. If you have oily skin, by all means, go ahead and set. Now that everything... Oh, I didn't do my nose. Y'all ain't snatched his nose. Doot. Do I have my brush for my nose over here? I don't think I do, but I'll make it work with something. I like to use the e.l.f. contour brush to do my nose, but so I'm just gonna do those 3 little dots, and I'm gonna grab. Trying to find a smaller brush. All right. one of the eyeshadow brushes from the Crayon case to blend that out. So as you can see, it's a little bit dark. I'm just gonna go over it with my foundation brush to try to blend some more of it away. I like my nose to be snatched, but not like unrealistically so. But I do like it to be snatched a bit. So I'm just trying to go in and soften those lines out a bit. Okay. Now that I'm content, I'm going to take my Mario Badescu and spray my whole face. Trying not to spray these eyes. And I like using this with my matte foundations because it's hydrating. And I don't want to use anything matte, like a matte setting spray, and my whole chest is wet. I don't want to use a matte setting spray because my foundation is matte. The concealer dries down matte. So I don't want to get too carried away. So for blush, you know what? I want my other blush palette. Well, let's see. There's a little pink on the eyes. I think I'm going to keep it pink and I'm going to go in with Lena. Now, I know it looks super bright, y'all. Don't worry. I'm going to be... I'm going to be light-handed with it. Y'all see that? It's pretty. But I'm not going to go with too much because I want it to stay nice and natural. I'm actually going to mix it with a tiny bit of towel, which is a bit more coral. So little corals and pinks. And I'm going to blend that in. All right, so for highlighters, I want to do a little combination of things. I absolutely love this ColourPop and Makeup Shayla collab. Boomin'. It's bomb. Like, I love it. And I typically always use it on my nose because it gives me like the perfect amount of shimmer and shine without it being like obnoxious, in my opinion. Now, mind y'all, I like to glow. I like to shimmer. And I'm going to put it on my Cupid's bow. And I'm going to dust it over the top a little bit because when I do my lips, it's just going to help accentuate it. Any brushes that look like this, that look like a pencil, are from the Crayon case. This is from like the pencil set. They're not numbered, so I can't tell you what number brush it is, but I use this one for my highlighter. All right. Now I'm pretty sure I want to use some of this Crayon case Rosy Glow Res. Because we're doing pinks, I brought a little purple in, but it's like pink and mauves. That's what this is. This is like pink. So I don't want to get too carried away with it. But on the e.l.f. highlighter brush, this has a whole bunch of blooming on it because I wear that every day. But I'm going to take this and I'm going to take what's in the cap. So I'm putting it in the cap, but then I'm wiping it off. And y'all can probably see the little particles. But I'm going to put it right here. Ooh. And I'm not going crazy. This stuff, y'all, supers, the crayon case, their highlighters are pigmented. So you could get as crazy as you like, honestly. And it's not hard to start glowing for real. And I'm going to go back in with that blush brush I used to just pat that into the skin. Because I like to glow, but I like it. I mean, all right, so clearly I don't wake up glowing like this. But I do like it to look like it's skin-like. Like I don't want it to look like it's just sitting on the skin. I want my highlight to melt into the skin. So that's super duper pretty. I might need to grab another brush. Okay, no, I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to pop a little bit of rosy in my inner tear duct as well. All right. All right, and why not? Let's take a little bit of that and put it on my collarbone since they're out. We're just glowing. And because I'm extra, take this fan brush out of crayon case and the honor roll highlight just a little bit, y'all. I'm just gonna dust it, and whew, y'all see that? Yeah. You know, I like to layer my highlighters. What can I say? What can I say? Well, right, y'all. I'm gonna do something to these lips and do something to this hair. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right, you guys. So I hope that this tutorial was helpful. I just went ahead and lined my lips with this dark brown liner by the crayon case. And then I used these two different lip glosses. I used Soft Twerk first. So that's what Soft Twerk looks like. And then I went over it with Private Party. So that's what's on my lips. And then, because I'm extra, I just topped it off with a little bit of clear gloss from NK Lip Gel with vitamin E. And this is just strawberry, but it's really just clear gloss. Maybe with the slightest tint of like red, pink. But yeah, that's it. So this is the finished look. Again, the NYX foundation with the NYX concealers. I personally love it. It's definitely, for me, giving off a full coverage look. The foundation is full coverage. The concealers are full coverage. I mean, if you use a little bit, then I suppose it could be medium, but it definitely covers everything. It's thick and creamy. They do dry down fast, so you want to, I would recommend not putting it all over your face and then blending it out. I would do, you know, section by section. Otherwise, you have to work really, really, really quick. But that's just my recommendation. What I noticed, what works best for me. Again, I have dry skin. I don't know if it would dry down as fast on somebody that might have oily skin. But that's my thoughts on the concealer. I love it. Again, they retail for $8.50. They can be found at Ulta. NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. It's a go for me. Until next time, guys, be blessed. Bye.